Hey, welcome to day 65 of my spiritual journal with me, with Iona, your soul sister. It is Health Freedom Tuesdays in my world, and I will be walking you through the process of what I use to keep my health in good shape, to keep my mental health, my emotional health, my physical health, my social health, my environmental health, while I build my spiritual business. So if this is your first time here, and welcome. And if you are coming back, then welcome. So I go live on the SoulLegacyTV YouTube podcast every single Tuesday, every single day, but every single Tuesday, talking about health freedom for light workers who want to have spiritual business success without being busy, without doing busy work, without being broke, or without being burnt out. So this is my Soul Legacy journal I use. It's a notebook. I call it 365 days of your spiritual awakening story, because we want to co-create the story, a new story, if the old one is not serving you, about your health. So you'll be able to let me know where you are on your health journey. If you've got some goals, or you're setting some intentions, or you're just maintaining, I'll share my goals in a second. So I call it a co-created soul path to spiritual alchemy for light workers, because when I went through my spiritual awakening, all areas of my life felt like they were absolutely in chaos. And when I was trying to build my spiritual business, I felt busy, broke, and burnt out, to be fair. So we always teach where it is that we've actually come from. So good morning, Robin. How are you doing? So Robin is with us. So Robin is our lead soul guided instructor for the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Network, and lead soul guided instructor for the SoulLegacyAcademy.com, which I'm the founder and producer of. So welcome, Robin. So Robin has a YouTube channel. She goes live on a daily basis talking about self-love and that journey of clearing the energy of past traumas, triggers, thoughts, feelings that are no longer serving us, definitely around health, and definitely mental health, physical health, or emotional well-being, all of the things that support us in being healthy in our light work and our lifestyle. So thank you for doing what you do, Robin. Robin talks about everything that's energy, and unblocking your chakras, clearing your chakras, cleansing your chakras, clearing your chakras, doing all the things, as well as all of the other magical tools that she actually brings in. So thank you, Robin, for being here with me on my live. So if you're watching this on the replay, then do consider subscribing to the Soul Legacy TV YouTube podcast. Invite a fellow light worker in, like the video, share it out, click the notification button so you get notified when I go live. It doesn't say reminder anymore, it says notify me. So you will get notified about half an hour before I do go live. So every single Tuesday and every single day. So I just got a message from one of my friends, one of my best friends. If you know me, then I kind of share what's going on for me. So health, when I'm talking about health, I mentioned, I think I'm up a little bit high. I mentioned physical health, emotional health, the health of your light work and your lifestyle, really. Having healthy relationships is huge for me. So I'm going to dive into what I include in my spiritual journal. I'm going to pull a card. This one was a funny one today. I asked for what we need today. I'm going to talk about gratitude. I'm going to talk about your vision. I'm going to talk about raising your vibration through your health, through food, all the things, and through relationships. So I have been doing my Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge. If you don't know what that is, I'll explain. We do it vibrationally, then we do it in the physical world as light workers in spiritual business, all the things. And so I went onto Facebook, which I don't do it very often, but during this 50 days, I'm like, okay, let me reconnect with some of my soul tribes and soul family, etc. Anyway, I happened to go on to a post, and it was onto photos, and it was a photo from last year with some of my best friends, and one of my best friends since childhood, teenage years, like literally with 13, 14, had commented on there. So social media is good for something sometimes, right? And so I was like, oh my gosh. So I messaged her. She'd already messaged me, left her number in like 2016. I hadn't seen it, or I hadn't responded anyway. I don't think I saw it. And so I just messaged her, and she messaged me, she rang me, and she said, oh my God, you look amazing, blah, blah, blah. And I said, I'm actually made a commitment, Health Freedom, to growing younger. And she's like, well, it's working. I said, I'm going to be 50 next year. And she's like, stop aging yourself. I said, no, I feel amazing. So whatever age you are, do you feel amazing for where you actually are? So it's my birthday in August. It's now June. And she said, oh my God. I said, we usually get together. I go back to my hometown. And she said, you know, we'll get, it's only 5 weeks. I said, really? Now I was going to talk about my health freedom today. So I journal out, and I journaled out last week. And this last week has been a dip for me in terms of me working out as much. I've done workouts, like maybe 3 in the last week, but I've committed to more than that, like 6 days and 2 workouts on each day, right? So pretty hardcore. And I was feeling a certain way about it, feeling hormonal, all the things. And today that has just lifted my spirits, because one, that I remembered just how amazing I actually do feel, and just how well I do take care of myself. And she was laughing and joking. She's like, I feel like a giant. I remember that we were so underdeveloped when we were kids. We wanted to look older. We wanted to like have big boobs and stuff like that. I'm allowed to say that, I don't know. All the things. And I'm just like, oh, what? And she's been through a lot since then. Obviously, I've been through a lot. And, you know, losses and stuff, on both sides. And it was just so nice to catch up with her. It was just, and I've just messaged one of the friends that was in the picture, and she's just messaged me now and said, oh gosh, that's a blast from the past. So it's just been really nice to get together and just celebrate life. Do you know what I mean? And celebrate all of the things. So if you're feeling a little bit like meh, or like not as on track, then just remember what life was when you were a teenager and how you imagine your life to be. Are you on track? And hopefully you are. And if you're not, then change it. Do something, right, in your spiritual journal, right? The vision of what you want to have for your life. She said, because I was a party animal, I'm still a party animal. Not quite party animal, but she said, I remember the contrast of you being a mum. She said, it took me back a bit. And I said, really? I didn't realize. And yeah, I'd had my son's passed now. 7 years ago. And I said, really? She said, yeah, you know, you were always out and doing blah, blah, blah. And I said, I still kept that side of me. I still like 10% of me and full mode mum. But sometimes when we're not feeling as healthy, or we're not feeling as good, mental health, emotional health, we lose our sense of self, whether that's through business, whether that's through relationships, whether that's life taking its toll on you. Wherever you are, I invite you to use your journal and focus on your vision. She said, oh my gosh, you've got loads of ambition. You're like, you sound like you found your thing, because I was telling her about the books and stuff. She's like, send me the links. And, you know, it's a very different version of me than what I even expected. Do you know what I mean? So I'm really, really super happy. So I just wanted to share that with you. It's just beautiful. Robin says, thank you for the shout out. You're welcome, love. 1414, about how many minutes ago? A while. Have I been talking that long? Love the synchronicities. 1414 for the comment. I love it. So how are you feeling today? How are you feeling? I'm like super high vibe. This morning, when I did in my Soul Legacy journal, we rate our vibrational frequency every single day, and we rate it around our health between a 1 and 11. So 1's like, oh, soul funk, I call it. And an 11 is like, yes, I've got this vision for my health. I'm feeling great. I'm on track, feeling amazing, feel connected to I'm just connected to my high self, connected to source, soul guidance, just flowing, just in flow with all of your health, your mental health, emotional health, physical health, social health, health of your business, health of everything, just happy and healthy and whole. Now, this morning I rated myself, and it was actually based on the last week. So that for me is, I always say, you know, don't look just at the humanness, like the visible world. It's how you feel now. And I was doing that. I was actually, and I don't usually, it's because I had such contrast last week. And I was like, I'm going to give myself grace. So I rated myself a 9-ish, and I'll still stick to that for today. However, just taking myself back down to memory lane and appreciating and being grateful. That's how high vibe. Nothing else has changed from the rating that I did this morning to now, but the thought and the perspective. So wherever you are, you can rate yourself. Let me know. So Robin says HFT. So that's what we do every single day on the Soul Legacy TV and in our spiritual journal. We rate the freedom frequency, so the highest frequency on Abraham Hicks's emotional scale, and we'll talk about emotional freedom on Wednesday, is love, right? Love and empowerment and joy and freedom and knowledge, right? And at the lower vibration is fear and grief and powerlessness. And I think that, and all of the emotions in between. And I think because I was triggered emotionally, I know that because I was triggered emotionally last week, it spiraled in my health. Like, I don't feel like it. All of the words in my head, just very different. But what I always do is just make sure that I'm always setting a plan for my birthday, for my next birthday, whenever that comes around, to look and feel better, even better. Like I've made a commitment to growing younger. So that just kicks me back into, excuse me, that is not how we roll. That's not the Iona, the version of me that is on my spiritual vision board. So I do a vision board challenge, and we create the picture of who you want to be, how you want to be, how you want to look, how you want to feel. And that's not that superficial. Can be superficial. Oh, well, I want to look a certain way. I just want to look and feel the best in my body. And yeah, and just vibrating at that frequency now will manifest that, rather than that whole, oh, I'm going to beat myself up. I'm like, dude, I'm done with that. I'm like, yes. So we're all going to go out. We're all going to have lunch. They won't go out and party. Some of my friends are like, yes. And some of my friends call me Noni. They're like, Noni, why would you do that? I'm like, dude, I think my mum still goes out. My grandma danced my mum's mum danced on the dance floor when she was 100. I'm just saying that feels healthy and happy to me. So Robin says that health freedom Tuesday HFT equals a 9. So thank you, Robin, for sharing that with us. And I always pick on Robin because she's here with me live. Thank you. So I'll use Robin as an example. But this is for you, right? We're watching on the replay. This is for you. And Robin, answer or don't answer, that's absolutely fine. But it's really nice to be able to share that as an example, my example, and then your example. So Robin and I scored the same score. I say 9-ish. Robin actually usually adds an ish to it. So I've said 9-ish for me. Could go either way. So when we look back from last Health Freedom Tuesday, and again, this health freedom is about you doing your work in the world as a spiritual business owner, coach, medium, healer, light work, all the things. You doing your work in the world and being the best, healthiest version of you while you do your work in the world. You don't want to be pushed and pulled and feel broke and burnt out and all the things and busy, right? It's not cool. So what was your rating if you did it last week? What was your rating? Is it higher this week or lower? So mine was an 11 last week. And then throughout the week, it kind of dipped. Was it 11 last week? No, hang on. Yeah, it was 11 last week. And it was 11 the week before, actually. So it's a 9-ish this week. And know what triggered it. And now today is like, that's a whole week. Not quite, but it feels like a whole week of that soul funk around this. I'm ready to let it go and to set the intention to have the goals, the intentions that I'd set on my vision board, to keep on track with them and just monitor myself. And what I realized is, for my health, I'd set a routine. I'd set a couple of routines that I've done before. The timing isn't right. I can't possibly fit. It's an unrealistic time frame. I've got 2 workouts in a really short space of time, and they're both quite hardcore. So I'm going to split them up and then have the habits and the daily rituals and routines to support my health. Everything else, the new habits that I've put in place, have been working. Being hormonal, I'm not able to do the window of my fasting. I didn't account for the hormones, and I usually give myself grace. And this week I haven't given myself as much grace as what I normally do. So that's why my rating is lower. So Robin, and you can share why your rating's lower. Robin and I have on our vision board. I have on my vision board. I don't know if Robin's done hers yet. We've got to do it again. I have bikinis, right, on my vision board as we do our retreat in Thailand. I'm just saying, I want to look and feel the best that I can when we have our retreat in Thailand, like this time next year. So that's the thing that's kept me going. And I haven't actually looked at it. It's on the back of my door, or one of my bikinis on the back of my door. I haven't actually looked at it all week. That's like that trigger for me. So Robin says, so true. We don't feel like ourselves, the older, younger self. LOL. Right, let me say that again. So true. We don't feel like ourselves, the older, younger self. I can't remember what I said. We don't feel like ourselves. So my friend was like, she feels a certain way. I'm like, dude. So my friends call me Noni. Obviously, my name's Iona. But I've got that element, that Noni. And when I was in my last relationship, he didn't really know me as Noni. And I heard myself saying that today. And I've always maintained that side of me, that fun side of me, that really, like that really adventurous side of me. So yeah, I like that side of me. It keeps me healthy and it keeps me young. Oh, hang on. Robin says, mine dipped slightly, ate junk Sunday. I hurt this morning. Really? Tried a new exercise. That is funny. I think I did it wrong. Oh gosh, my back hurts more than my tummy. Are you okay, love? Oh dear. Sorry. That is not cool. Right. For those of you who don't know, Robin is my soul sister. She's a very good friend. We speak every day. It is not that somebody's just commenting randomly on the YouTube channel and I'm laughing at them. Just so you know, Robin, is my picture good? Because it's just gone like weird. But yeah, sorry, love. You feel that way. And I know that Robin would laugh with me, not at me. I love you. Hopefully you'll be okay. It's doing something new. So Robin says, I do not have the bikinis on my vision board. I have a bikini on my vision board. That is so funny. Oh, I love you so much. So hopefully you'll feel better. Robin says, hang on. I'm good, laugh away. I'm not hurt, just saw. Okay. Sorry. I'm just like, because Robin sent me the video. I didn't press it actually, but it looks quite like energetic. So I was gonna do my insanity this morning. I was doing my hair because I'm doing recordings. And then my friend actually, I texted her and then she actually rung. So we ended up being on the phone for about half an hour, but I'm good with it. I'm good with it. So let's dive into health freedom even more. So I usually, in my spiritual journal, I usually I listen to a book. So for Health Freedom Tuesday, my book, you choose your own book, you choose your own resource. I chose You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. So she has a couple of exercises which I want to share that I actually did this morning. There's I have a playlist for the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Network for any book that I mention, either a playlist, a YouTube playlist if they have an audio book version, or I recommend for Audible or Amazon if you want to read a paperback. I tend to listen just because it's just easier for me to absorb. So I will talk about that. Again, I will talk about gratitude, and I will quickly, I'm going to read the card in just a second. We'll talk about my chakra crystals. So again, in Robin Knott's world, she talks about everything energy, because we are energy, right? So I bought these chakra crystals when Robin did her 7 days to unblock your chakras challenge. So she's got that on the YouTube channel as well, which is there on replay. You can watch it. I got these and I was just like, what do I do with the crystals? So Robin said, well, this crystal for this day, this crystal for this day. So I just hold it with me, and it's Tiger's Eye today. You have your crystals, you do whatever. It's not like, I'm not like a crystal fanatic or anything like that, but I just think everything is energy, and so it's nice to have that. So anything that's going to raise your vibration, anything that is going to help you feel good and help you feel healthy, help you feel grounded, then do that. So it's sacral chakra healing Tuesdays in Robin's world. So every single Tuesday, Robin will talk about the sacral chakra and how your experiences, your trigger, your traumas, your thoughts, your feelings, your experiencing through life actually are helping you be aligned, or are maybe blocking your pathway for certain things, especially if you have goals around your health. And maybe, for an example, you might be emotional eating or what have you. There's a block, there's a trigger, there's a trauma, there's whatever it is. And so Robin will support you in working through the thoughts, the beliefs, the energy around it, and helping you clear the layers of that, supporting that. Because sometimes when I talk about vision and values and raising your vibration, how high vibe do you feel? And not everybody feels like that. Or if you feel like that and it's just like, I don't know there's something that feels off, but I don't know what it is. And maybe it's about your health, your physical health, your mental health, emotional health. Robin will support you and walk you through ways and give you quick tips to clear energy around your health. So it is Sacral Chakra Tuesdays, and this crystal, Tiger's Eye, is for good fortune, prosperity, and inspiration. That's pretty cool, isn't it? I'd like to pass on some good vibes up in here. So Robin says, dude, I didn't even do the whole 30 minutes, maybe 5. Sorry. You know I'm going to laugh even more. Oh my gosh, really? Do you know what? I was like that with Insanity. So I do Insanity workout, right? And then I run every day, like 2 miles. Sometimes I run or walk 5, right? But the Insanity workout, and if you've never heard of Beachbody and the Insanity workout, listen, dude, it's insane. And I've been doing this for years now. It was my son's. I first did it around my 40th birthday, and I kind of was like, yeah, okay, I'm on it. Excuse me. And I literally, I couldn't even get to the warm-up. And I think the warm-up's like 3 minutes. Couldn't get through it. And I literally laid on my bed, and I was like, oh, I think it's trying to hurt me. It's like, and my son's like, Mom, you've got to keep going. So every day I just did that. And I didn't even realize it was just the warm up. It wasn't even the workout. I'm like, no, oh, it was horrendous. I don't think my sister got past the warm up, sorry. Mia, my daughter, she didn't get past the warm up either, I don't think, or not very far in. She's like, I'm never doing it ever again. It's hard. So well done you. Kudos for putting it on and going for it. And doing 5 minutes is better than no minutes, right? And so obviously I feel obligated to say that in public. I'm going to message you and laugh some more. No, well done. Well done. It's beautiful, isn't it? You know, and now I can do it. I'm a lot fitter, a lot stronger than I ever have probably been. I'm not at my complete fittest, but when I do that workout, I feel really strong. Robin says, oh man, was it just the warm-up? Yeah. If you've ever seen it, you've heard me talk about it, right? If you've ever seen it for your health, I would choose something that feels stretching. However, probably not Insanity. Robin says my nephew did Insanity and also said it's insane. It literally is the most. No other workout will do for me. I've tried different because I've got the Beachbody on demand, and I'm like, yeah, it does. They don't work for me. So let me pull today's cards. So I've got Keepers of the Light from Calgary. And I pulled this card again. Every single day, I'll just shuffle the Keepers of the Light cards and I'll say, and so today, so I like the pattern of the card. You know, when you just have a jumper, you know that you've asked for this message or that's for whatever. I'm not like an expert card puller or card reader or anything like that. I just like Keepers of the Light. I was drawn to them. And I ask, and usually something will jump out, it'll flip to the side, it'll flip on the floor, what have you. And I'm doing it, and kind of a little bit of a nudge, and I'm like, no, you'll have to do better than that. And this one just came out, and when I saw it, I laughed. So hopefully this will resonate with you as well, because it's for me and it's for you, right? If you're watching this, it's for you as well. So that was the intention. So it's Commander Ashtar. I don't know if you know this card deck, but I really like it. And whatever card deck you have, then you want to raise your energy, then do that. So it says call to action. I like call to conversation, but this says call to action. Take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. Now, if you know me, I always say walk your talk, I'm walking my talk. However, Health Freedom Tuesday around my health, I have not walked my talk all week. I will be fair. If I give myself ease, grace, and flow, I've listened to my body, and I've just honored where I'm at in my cycle, obviously, as a woman. But I usually just really walk my talk very hard. So this is just like, today's the day, right? And as I'm doing the Bank 50K in 50 days challenge, that brings in that walk your talk, keep going, do the thing. So I am take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. So Robin knows that. To be fair, the exercise is probably good for me. My back needs strengthening too. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Walk your talk. Boom. Yes, walk your talk. And so, as a spiritual business owner, as a light worker, what I invite you to do is practice what you preach and walk your own talk, and not keep pointing out there that everybody needs to do all these things to have that transformation in their life if you are not walking your talk. And so me doing the spiritual journal, me doing encouraging my students to actually walk your talk, write your book, write your story, but do a companion journal and actually show up live every single day. I challenge you at least for 50 days to do lives on your YouTube channel. Don't have a YouTube channel, I'll show you how to set it up. Get off the socials and actually go where somebody wants to actually hear your message. Do you know, like scrolling on the socials, being in other people's business, all the things when we know that we've got gifts to get out in the world, whether somebody's watching you on that day or not, like it can last a lifetime. Just walking your talk is just such a beautiful, beautiful process, because when you do, you feel healthy, you feel healthy in your mind, you feel healthy in your body, your soul, all the things, because you feel aligned. It's beautiful. So I have a walk your talk mastermind. Definitely walk your talk. Robin says allowing self to be human and giving grace in the moments is also walking your talk. It is. I know that. I know. Thank you, Robin. Because Robin knows I go hardcore, right? And so if I'm pausing, I always give myself grace to pause, but usually I will give myself grace to pause, and it feels like a moment of choice. So like I said, last week I got a message which threw me off, and it kind of, that didn't feel like, it felt like it happened to me. And then I was like, is my cycle coming around already? It's like, really? I've got to do the maths. I'm like, it didn't feel like I'd intentionally. I'm really good with, you know what, this is, I've got to focus on here, having that light work and that lifestyle balance. And it didn't feel like an intentional choice. That's why for me, I'm like, okay, come on, Iona, you know, walk your talk even more. But I do walk my talk. I pride myself in that, because it's necessary. And walking my talk, just saying, you know what, this is what's going on, nothing serious, nothing bad or anything like that, you know, sharing that my friend from like when we were 14, we're now 49 nearly. Well, I'm 49 in August. I think she is 48, 49 in December, the 7th of December. You know, whatever's going on or whatever will come up for me, I will share. So take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. So Ashtar, also known as Commander Ashtar, is a multi-dimensional being who promotes truth, peace, and harmony between planets. He is said to be an extraterrestrial, but appears in human form so that he can communicate at a heart level with all those on Earth who call on him. He is part of the Great White Brotherhood, a congregation of light beings who work to bring healing to the world, exactly on Health Freedom Tuesday, and is a wonderful guide to those who are feeling the call to bring positivity, health, and inspiration to those around them. So that's for you, right? He lifts up the hearts of leaders and inspires them to walk their path with complete integrity. And so on the Soul Legacy TV, I talk about being in integrity, being in alignment with your values. So yes, you have a vision, if the vision for your lifestyle and your light work isn't in alignment with your values, isn't in integrity, then it just won't feel good. So when people are out there saying, go out there and build a list, I'm like, dude, no, build a legacy. That feels like integrity, no matter what, you know, every life that you touch. And so, you know, my friend touched me. We touched each other's lives way back then, just because we hadn't spoken in so many years, a lot of years. We still got on the phone just the same way. Just like, oh gosh, like I've got to ring you. And my hometown is from Leeds. So my daughter is not even from there, but she does the accent with me. She does it more than me. So I did the accent really broad and strong. And I say like a Melby accent. And she's, yeah, you still got it. Oh, brilliant. It still Leeds. So I started laughing. I said, my daughter does it. She said, yeah, she needs to know her roots. It's just so nice. It's just so beautiful. There's a lot of integrity that happens when you just remember where you came from, why you're doing what you do, and not deny that or not hide that. It says, extended message, you are receiving a call to action and being asked to step up and create the changes you wish to witness in the world. Sorry, you wish to see in the world. I always say rise and reside at the Cheers to Financial Freedom frequency. And that's this. This is a freedom. This is one freedom, health freedom. It's one of 7 freedoms that I talk about every single day. And the acronym is Cheers to Financial Freedom, the frequency of that. So it's not about just doing our light work, and it's not just about going after the money. It's about having your health, emotional freedom, environmental freedom, relationship freedom, and spiritual freedom in your spiritual business. So I love that. It says I'm going to read it again. You are receiving a call to action and being asked to step up and create the changes you wish to see in the world. So I would say that you wish to witness in the world. So what changes do you wish to see in the world? And are you prepared to be that change? Are you prepared to be that change? Divine inspiration is all around you, and Ashtar and his legion of cosmic angels are standing by to offer you loving support. Know that you are being encouraged to be honest, assertive, and true in a loving way. You may feel your ego trying to hold you back. But know that when you take the first step, the next one will soon follow. Take some time to connect with the universe by looking up at the stars. I love that. I love stargazing. I love cloud gazing. Knowing that there are loving beings of light gazing back down on you, you are not alone. So if you felt alone on this journey and felt isolated as a light worker, lonely light worker syndrome, right? Lonely light worker, all the things, and know that you're not alone. You're not alone. Robin says, hard no to list building. Absolutely, building a legacy. I know, hard no. Doesn't feel like a healthy way to build a business for me. It feels like an epic fail in the industry that people have bought into, and I'm like, dude, no. And it's not because I don't have people's names and emails. That's not it. That's not what I'm saying. It's not that you don't have a way to communicate, but when you connect soul to soul and you have that call to conversation, it's a very, very different feel to get on my email list, because you're one of the number, 1 to 100, and you might be the one that converts into a client. I like, really, no, dude, I'm not doing that. So what shall we do next? Shall we do gratitude, or shall we do the book, or shall we do the bank 50k in 50 days money voucher? Robin, have you been tithing your money voucher? I think we're going to do Louise Hay's You Can Heal Your Life. How about that? I kind of have got like a flow going on. Oh, I didn't do the quote for today. I do a quote for today. So in my spiritual journal, that is how I wrote. I talk about your vision, your values, your vibration, and support you in that. So the quote for today is, oh, I like this. Let me know if you resonate with this. Don't go through life, grow through life. Excuse me. Don't go through life, grow through life. Is that powerful? That's by Eric Butterworth. Don't go through life. So we go through life. Life's mundane. There's like life's happening to me, like monotonous. we grow through life. And on the SoulLegacyTV, that's exactly what we're doing. Every single day we're growing. Every single day we're shifting our perspective. Every single day we're raising our vibration. Or if it's dipping, we're maintaining our vibration. Whatever that is, I think that is beautiful. Don't go through life, grow through life. And I think as a society, we're taught to just get through the day. How did today go? How are you? I'm okay. It's fine, or it's whatever the mundane things that people say. I don't know, how you doing? Okay, or whatever. I don't know. What do people say? Something they don't go. I'm amazing. That's it. I feel great. When people say to me, "How you doing?" I'm like, I'm fantastic. I feel, and they're like, "Okay, that's like a little bit much, isn't it?" Because I really want to know how you are. Robin says, I'm great at tithing, lol. I spent the money on my teeth actually going veneers. However, you spell that. Oh, did you do it on, did we do it on Sunday? Oh yeah, so you watch Sundays, right? So we do the vibrational money voucher every single day as part of your spiritual journal prompts. And banking 50k in 50 days in the vibrational world, and we do it in the visible world on my spiritual biz YouTubers masterclass bank 50k in 50 days challenge. So I'll do that in a second. Lovely, you spent it on your teeth, so that's part of your health as well. Love that. So we'll see you with a shiny new set of veneers when we're in Thailand. So Louise Hay, this book that I listened to today, I believe it was chapter 7, You Can Heal Your Life. Let me know if you resonate with the book, if you've heard the book, if you've done anything with Louise Hay's work, the late Louise Hay of Hay House Publishing. So and Hay House Summit and all of the things. So she says, see good things, see yourself, see good in yourself and see good in others. So it's not specifically health, but you want to see the good in yourself and see the good in others. Because if you don't see the good in yourself and you can see the good in others, you kind of fester a little bit. And our thoughts and our feelings create disease in the body, it is said, right? So positive, negative, what have you, this disease in the body, dis-ease, it'll take a couple of weeks to pay for my mouth. Oh, will it? So you've got like a couple teeth. Okay, cool. Awesome. So this is the thing. So did you, Robin, go out and have a look at the pricing for that? So this is what we do with the Bank 50k in 50 days challenge. You know, when you have things on your vision board, if you just have things in your health, you have things in other areas of your life, and you think, oh, that'll cost me a fortune, I just can't afford it. So you just never go and have a look, never. But this, when we do the vibrational money voucher, we go and have a look at, like, let me compare. You go and shop around and you go see, a feather just went up, I think. You go and see, like upwards, you go see and feel the vibration of, yeah, it's done. Even if you don't have the money right now, but you do that research and act as if, like, I'm getting my teeth done. Always says, yes, exactly, dis-ease in the body. All right, so she talks about forgiveness, right? So forgiveness is a thing. Let go and come into the present moment as much as you can. And I've written notes on here and I can't really read all of my notes, but I will tell you that she says about the resetting of your energy and basically forgiving yourself and forgiving others. And so she has this exercise where she says, see yourself in like a theatre, see somebody on the stage, and actually see that person and want good things for them, see the things actually happening, good things for them, celebrating for them. There was 3 people that I put up on the stage today. I was like, oh, okay, I've still got things that, you know, she says that there was a couple of exercises and I'm probably merging them into one. And she says, see good things happening to them, and then put yourself on the stage and see good things happening to you. When they leave the stage, good things happen to you. Another one is like the things that, like, you want to get revenge, and which doesn't sound very nice or very healthy. It happens. when you feel like, oh, she said, how much do you want that person to pay for whatever they did to you? And it's like, how long do you want them to pay for? What do they need to do in order to have your forgiveness? And imagine that they've done that now, and release and let that go. And want good things for them, put them up on the stage, and you want really good things for them, the things that mean a lot to them. So today I put 3 people up on that stage. I was like, oh, okay. And then a little bit later on, maybe about an hour, probably not even an hour, I thought of a particular person, and I had a derogatory, as I had a swear word. And like, if you're Northern, you probably know what the swear word would be. And I was like, oh, you're saying that now. And I'm like, no, I want love for them. I want the good things to happen. So it might take a minute, because I did not believe that I don't want bad things for them, don't get me wrong. But I didn't think of them as a positive light as I did when I first met them or had a relationship with them. These 3 people. And so I was like, oh, okay. So that's forgiveness. And so you might think, oh, you forgive. And I love forgiveness exercises and all the things, because it's for us, and it's for them. It's for the collective energy. If we're all holding on to like this revenge and this, not forgiveness, whatever the opposite is, that, or that resentment, or whatever it is, it's gone. It's not cool. And it's not easy all the time, but when you've got exercises like that, she says, do this with the revenge thing. Like, don't do that all the time. Do that as a closing exercise. But the saying the good for someone, do that, as often as once a week, once a day even. Do it over and over and over again. And also say to yourself, do it with a partner, and then say to yourself, I forgive myself, and I set myself free now. And so taking your power back, I forgive myself and I set myself free now. Do it with someone, or do it in the mirror, or whatever you need to do. Do you have some forgiveness, any energy in your body? That I think Robin was talking about forgiveness. I'm not sure if it was, last week was perfection. I'm not sure what it is this week on the Energy Healing TV. But if it's forgiveness as you go through chakras, aligning your chakras. Robin talks about the 7 main chakras that are aligned with your spine, and oftentimes those experiences are layers in wherever they are, and it just needs some clearing. Robin says, I have a few already. So I added a little for inflation and averaged. Oh, okay. I thought you meant like I have a few like in mind for the people. Inflation, and averaged the cost. The sites I clicked on didn't post the price. Did they not? Well, then make a call and see. You never know, because it's probably less than what you think. Love it. Thank you, Robin, for sharing that. So that is actually going out there. So if you had the money, so the idea of the Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge is to do it, set your spiritual business model up so that you can bank 50K in 50 days, and you feel in alignment with it. And Robin has a 5-day money blocks clearing challenge. She calls it a self-love journey to financial freedom for empaths and light workers. If you have money blocks, like that invisible barrier, like you're busy, you're broke, you're burnt out, and all the things, you've got money stories, the rich people greet, all the things, Robin will teach in her self-study 5-day money blocks clearing challenge. She also has like an upgraded live rounds October through to April. But if you want some help and support with that, hit Robin up, clearing through the money blocks, setting your intention, setting your vision. I will show you the business model. But if you've got like hang-ups about it and all the things, we'll spend the vibrational money voucher. Should we do it now, Robin? So the Soul Legacy Journal, just because I've mentioned Robin's money blocks current. So the Soul Legacy Journal is a magical journal. Every single day we spend, it gives you £1,000, dollars or euros to spend. That's what Robin and I have been talking about, to make memories. And so it's Soul Client Income Game, Bank 50K in 50 days. So Robin and I are on the Bank 50K in 50 days in the visible world as well as the vibrational world. So This journal gives you, let's do it. Yeah, thank you, love. So this journal gives you £1,000, dollars, euros to spend every single day. There's some rules around the money just to make sure that everybody's doing it in alignment with this, following the same rules, so you don't really get carried away with yourself. You can spend it on whatever you like to spend it on. You tithe 10%, so you've got that energy of receiving and giving as well, because we know all the stories that we have, like, oh, I want to be very generous when I have this money, this $1 million or whatever it is. For the banking 50K in 50 days, I challenge you to do it every single day with me, or in your Soul Legacy journal, in your spiritual journal, and tie 10% to a worthy cause. My worthy cause is Cruise Bereavement Care. I dedicate my work to my son, so I think that's a worthy cause for me. They helped and supported me. You can change it up. You don't have to give for the same if you don't want to. And then you don't get to spend money on your utility bills. So if you're like up at night going, oh my gosh, how am I going to pay this bill, that bill, or all the bills are coming at me? How am I supposed to afford all these things on my spiritual vision board? Whether it's a cruise or a chef or a personal trainer, whatever it is, then you want to come from the space that your bills are paid. They're covered. Imagine that. They're just covered. They're covered for a whole entire year, the utility bills. So you don't need to spend the $1,000, pounds, or euros on that. You spend it on making memories, things that you need in your contribution, in your health, in your emotions, to make you feel happy and whole. Money doesn't do that, but do you know what I mean? It's going to assist you in fueling your body, eating right, you know, going to see whoever it is, getting your teeth done, whatever that is, going on holidays, whatever that is, date nights, all the things. Things do cost money in the physical world, and you can take advantage of that using this money vibrational money voucher. It's a gift, so use it. You can spend it every single day if you want to, with me or in your Soul Legacy journal. You have to be on live to share it, to spend it. And if you don't want to spend it every day, I don't now. I used to. When I first developed the game, I was like, I spend it every day, and I felt guilty when I didn't spend it. And then I was like, so I made the rule of carrying it over to the next day or the next day, but you can't carry it over more than Financial Freedom Sunday. So we've got Contribution Freedom Monday, Health Freedom Tuesdays, Emotional Freedom Wednesdays, Environmental Freedom Thursday, Relationship Freedom Friday, Spiritual Freedom Saturday, and Financial Freedom Sunday. And on Financial Freedom Sundays on the Soul Legacy TV YouTube podcast, I will come live and I will share with you what I spend my vibrational money voucher on. So that is fun. It's a fun way to see money. If you have blocks, it's a vibrational money voucher, which you energy exchange in your mind, but you also go out and you do the research of the things that you want to spend. So if it is a new bikini, go and see where you would buy your new bikini. If it is, I don't know, some organic food and you want to go to a farmer's market or whatever, go out and actually go and be the version of you that is actually doing that. Now, I was homeless, I was bankrupt, I went through a messy divorce, I've had lack in my life. The idea is to move from a poverty consciousness to a prosperity consciousness in your spiritual business. So you're not going out there being desperate, saying, come work with me, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. We don't want to do that. We want to leave a legacy, and we want to launch, lead, and leave our soul legacy and do it with ease, grace, and flow. How we launch our day, how we lead our day, and how we leave our day. It could be making those memories with money. So Robin says, spend it. It helps break up the money blocks, boulders, brick walls, whatever. Seriously though. So around the first times that we've done that, my assistant's messaged me. Robin had lost the money. I said, you use it or you lose it. So Robin didn't know that part. And I was like, no, dude, by the Sunday, it needs to be used. And you lost it, or some of it. And she's like, oh my God, I lost the money. I was like, yeah, you don't want to do that. If you're here on the Soul Legacy TV, I invite you to use the Soul Legacy Journal. And so this journal is called it's 365 Days of Your Spiritual Awakening Story. Tell a new story, be awakened. Oh my gosh, be awakened. My assistant's messaging me. Be awakened to your own story. What experiences have you had? For me, I part of one of my spiritual awakenings, the multi ones, was being bankrupt. Listen, dude, nobody wants to go through that, bankrupt and homeless. and I was trying to build my business. I was going through a messy divorce. I was not standing on my own 2 feet. And I was like, this actually sucks. And I'm walking my children, dragging them through, not literally dragging them through these experiences. And that leaves scars, which means that they've got to go to somebody like Robin, or Darnell's made his transition, to have that stuff cleared. And that's on my watch. Do you know what I mean? So when we clear our money blocks, then we clear them for the next generation. We break the cycle. We've been passed down, whatever it is that we've been passed down. If you've been passed down good stories, then great, keep them. But if you've been passed down stories which are a little bit funky about money, then clear it. I said I lost it. I was like, dude, so we're going to wrap up with gratitude today. Robin says, I'll be back for what I missed. Love you. Thank you for sharing and supporting us through this journey. You're welcome, love. And thank you. So the last thing that we're going to do today is gratitude. And so this is a gratitude stone that my daughter gave me, Mia Mead. And we used to pass around the gratitude stone and say what we're grateful for. Now, I like to do what I say, soul speaking into existence and speaking out gratitude. But you can write it in your soul legacy journal, your spiritual journal if you want to. So you've got like a reference to it to see what you were high vibed about. And I did actually make some notes for what I'm grateful about. So the way that I do gratitude for these 7 freedoms, the acronym is Cheers to Financial Freedom Frequency. I call them the intentional living codes because it's the intention that we set for our vision, the intention that we set for our vibration to raise our vibration, and the intention that we live in alignment with our values, right? If something is out of alignment with your values, then you don't really want to be doing it because you're probably gonna have a lot of gunk, soul funk around you, or be in soul funk rather than in soul flow. So what you want to do in your spiritual journal is use these as a spiritual prompt, journal prompt, and think of one thing that you're grateful for each of these 7 freedoms, each of these 7 areas of your life. Yes, it's Health Freedom Tuesday. I've got my orange t-shirt on, and it's sacral chakra healing Tuesdays, but we want to bring in all of the energy for today, all of the gratitude, raising our vibration on all of the 7 areas. So, and all of the 7 energies that Robin talks about as well. So one thing that you're grateful for your contribution, one thing that you're grateful for your health, one thing that you're grateful for your emotions, your environment, your relationships, and your finances, right? And I like to say, I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate. I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate. And you conjure up the feeling of being happy and grateful and appreciate for the thing that you've chosen for your spiritual journal prompt today. I also like to bring in because some people go, I've got nothing to be happy and grateful for say your health or say whatever, or a relationship, because they're just thinking of the immediate relationship. So even if my relationship sucked at the minute, which they don't, then I've still got something to be happy and grateful for. I had a conversation with a friend who and her health as well. And it's like, oh, wow, so you've got, that's a relationship from the past that was brought into the present, right? And then we're going to predict the future that way we're going to go out and stuff. So it's just beautiful. So something from the past, something in the present, and something in the predicted future, like a thanks in advance. So I could say that I was happy and grateful and appreciate that I always get to go out with my friends for my birthday, and I've had some amazing memories. So the relationship piece, like if you can't think of something that you're happy and grateful for right now in the present moment, think of something that I'm really happy and grateful and appreciate the friendships that I've had when I was a teenager, and the friendship that I had specifically with this friend, and I could bring up the emotions and the memories and the things that we said, the things that we used to do, and all the things. Do you know what I mean? So for me, for contribution, for just raising the vibration of the planet, as I raise my vibration, walking my talk, that is my contribution on a daily basis. For health, I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate my hormonal cycle, rather than like complaining about it and going, oh, just actually appreciating it. Obviously it's done its job, I had 2 children, etc. And just embracing it rather than trying to stifle it and stuff it down. I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate it. So I'm sharing a contrast in there. You don't want to think of the contrast when you're saying you're happy and grateful and appreciate, though. I'm happy and calm, and I'm on a bank 50k in 50 days challenge. It's pretty cool. Environment, my home is cleaner than what it was last week. It's not spotless, but it's a lot cleaner. I did the cleaning, I did a lot. My daughter's like, Mum, why are you using all of those things in the kitchen? And I'm like, dude, I don't know, but as I weigh things out and I do all the things, it just makes more washing up. But I'm like, it's clean. I'm happy and I'm grateful for my relationships blossoming. And that's what I put this morning. I'm happy, I'm grateful for the relationship I have with all of my friends, just amazing people. Spiritual freedom, being connected, pretty cool. And you being here, thank you. And financial freedom, always being provided for and taken care of, and thanks in advance for the bank of 50k in 50 days, that pouring in, right? I love it. So that is it. We've done everything. We've done the card, done them in different orders, but so if you want to do the bank 50k in 50 days for reals and building a spiritual business model around it, I challenge you. You can come on my 4-hour masterclass for spiritual biz YouTubers. I will show you how to speak to, serve, and sign up your soul clients online in your online spiritual business. I have a free chapter for my book. It is called Spiritual YouTubers from Scratch, a soul-guided influencer's compass to leverage your light work and lifestyle on YouTube, because that is what we're doing. If you are in the Soul Legacy Academy, I have a 2-hour monthly 7 freedoms frequency call-in gym where you can get some coaching around all of the freedoms because you want to be balancing your light work and your lifestyle. I have a 5-day challenge that comes with the book. It's a self-study challenge. I also have a live round. That's $55 if you want to start a YouTube channel, plan out your YouTube channel, plan out your business, all the things. And I have a free chapter VIP day to support you in starting, structuring, and growing a successful spiritual business online on YouTube with a #1 best-selling book launch, because my book actually went to #1 as I have it on pre-order for a year as I write the book, and it went to #1 on pre-order in a week, because that is how I roll. So you'll see that I have book launch videos as I write my book. I'm going to be scheduling some of those out over the next 50 days, 21 of those out. So you'll see those. And you'll see that I am also the host of the Spiritual Awakening Annual YouTube Summit, where I interview fellow spiritual YouTubers on their spiritual awakening story. We have the Spiritual Ascension after show party and the Spiritual Alchemy giveaway. And if you would like to share your spiritual awakening story, whether that's something on health, in my co-author book series, I have an annual co-author book series. It's going to run for 7 years. It's launched on the 6th of May on the SoulLegacyTV. You can email submissions at SoulLegacyAcademy.com. That is for my Bootcampers and Masterminders. I'm gifting Bootcampers 1 page in the book if you're a soul match, and Masterminders up to 5 pages in the book if you're a soul match. All right. All of the details will be in the description and in the pinned comments when I hop off this live. So thank you so much for spending your time with me. This is your soul sister, Iona Mead, host of the Soul Legacy YouTube podcast, Spiritual Business Success with Iona, founder of the SoulLegacyAcademy.com, and producer of the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Network. We have a monthly call for our Spiritual Biz YouTubers on the first Monday of the month. Would love to see you there if you resonate. I shall speak to you soon. Take care. Big love. See you on the next one.